In this design flaw, and we're going to use Oracle data. And so that way we don't have stuff like this happen. Here's, for example, a particular read of USDE to USDC on Curve. And what you find is that broad market data for the stablecoin showed the stablecoin during this shock, this tariff shock on Friday, the stablecoin only dropped to 99.57 cents. Which is actually really nominal for a stablecoin movement, and generally algorithms come in really quickly and buy this up. The whole point of algorithmic trading is that algos say, oh, well, this is a stablecoin, it's supposed to be trading at exactly $1. If it goes down, we're gonna buy it up and stabilize it back to $1. If it goes up, we sell it, and that's how they make money. It's sort of like being a market maker. That's how they make their money. The problem is, if you actually look at what happened on Binance, in Binance's case, this stable coin collapsed when you compare USDE to Tether, for example, which again should be stabilized at 1. It actually collapsed to 65 cents. And because it collapsed to 65 cents, all of a sudden people's accounts looked like they had just lost a bunch of value.
Let me ask you a simple question. Does it cost more money today to live than it did maybe even today or 2 years ago? If the answer is yes, which it obviously should be unless you live on a completely different planet other than Earth, here's the reality. Things are not gonna get any better. The cost of rent is going through the roof, the cost of mortgages are going higher, inflation, groceries, everything's going up and up. And the problem is, the same thing, then situation until I made a pivot to remote sales. So what is remote sales? Very simply, all it is helping customers make a buying decision over a product or service that they've raised their hands to get more information on. So we're not cold calling, we're not doing door knocking. These customers have literally submitted their information, and my job and my client are just to help them make an informed and educated decision.
What you think, okay, a 35% drop, should that matter? Not if you're cash, but if you're on leverage at Binance using 10 to 20x leverage at Binance, you're screwed. Because now all of a sudden 20x leverage or 30x leverage turns you into an instant liquidation. And this is why a lot of people on social media were complaining, and they're saying, hey, wait, this is ridiculous. We just got liquidated before our stop losses could even trigger. That's not good. Now, Binance comes out and suggests, oh, well, this is because of heavy market activity and we're under load and users might be experiencing delays displaying issues, which that also led market makers to withdraw offering bids on Binance, which just exacerbates the issue. See, if you're a market maker in a panic, you can make a lot of money by providing. If people want to sell, you provide liquidity at wider spreads. The spreads. In English, market makers love volume. But the problem was Binance's system was so damn overwhelmed that your funds weren't Seifu because the market makers dipped out because they're like, we can't even get your software to work right now. It's glitching out so badly. We're just not going to provide quotes. We're not going to quote on Binance. And so what happens? You get even more of a deterioration because it now looks like the market makers rugged. Now the market makers, who knows? Maybe they were in on it. But the argument is that the market makers rugged because the Binance platform failed. Now, is it a chicken or egg problem? Who knows? But a lot of people in this flash crash, which is seen as the worst since 2017, look at this and say, this was insider manipulation. That people knew about this glitch. People knew that we were going through this transition. Here it is, a suspicious window. On October 6th, Binance announced plans to fix this exact problem. The exchange said it would switch from using its own order book prices to more reliable external data. The change was scheduled for October 14th, which was yesterday. But the flash crash happened on October 10th, right in the middle of the 8-day window. This leads a lot of people to say this was an attack. This was a coordinated attack to utilize this screwed up order book one last time and mint billions of dollars. And then, of course, give some of the money back as breadcrumbs. Now, of course, you kind of have to pick your side on this, but Binance is not just in the heat for this. Binance is also getting a lot of heat right now for this basically leaked offering of how Binance forces new ICOs or coin or token listings to provide a lot of sort of their base token or their order book, if you will, and some of their reserves to Binance. So either Binance can profit or to potentially stabilize the market. Now, this depends on which way you want to look at it, but take a look at this. All of this has to do with this guy who has a company called TriLimitless. Not sponsored. I haven't checked it out or anything about it. But this guy's following's been blowing up, CJH Tech. And his following's been blowing up because he got an offer from Binance for listing on Binance. And the offering on Binance was very different from Coinbase. Coinbase said, hey, if you want to list on Coinbase, just build something meaningful. Binance says, hey, we want you to give us 1% so we can do an airdrop on day one when we list it. Then we want 3% of your token supply so we can airdrop that in 6 months to kind of keep momentum going. Then we want 1% to pay for our own marketing for your product. Then we want 100% of total value locked for a token pool on PancakeSwap. We also want a $250,000 security deposit, they say, to prevent rug pulls, which there's some argument for this. 3% to be reserved for the BNB hodler program, $200,000 worth of tokens to be set aside at the best possible pricing for Binance affiliate marketers, and $2 million of a BNB security deposit to get you a listing on Binance. So basically, we want like $3 million worth of assets, and we want you to put those where we direct them, into our marketing, into our Binance stablecoin, or it's not actually the stablecoin, the BNB is not a stablecoin, but into the Binance token. We want you to pay for our marketing, and we'll do all this stuff for you, but you're going to pay for it out of the proceeds from your offering, and you're going to put all this money in as a security deposit, so that way you can't rug, or at least you reduce the chances of rugging. Now, this offering was supposed to be under an NDA, but what happened is CJ got the offer from the Binance salesperson before he ever signed the NDA. This is what he says. And Binance is now lashing out. Like, CZ blocked this guy. CZ is, and Binance are claiming that this guy's a fraud, that he shouldn't be leaking this information. But all it's doing is actually providing more evidence.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want. Bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing.
See, here's CZ. Wow, this guy really clout chasing, but what a loser. I didn't even know who he was until he posted a fake image saying I blocked him. I could make it real, but ignore is the best rejection. Meanwhile, CZ is literally lashing out on X, and he probably blocked him and then unblocked him or whatever. This is just leading people to combine these two things and go, man, there's some shady stuff going on at Binance. So did Binance have anything to do with this order book manipulation and this $19 billion rug pull that left people seeing their life savings absolutely destroyed? I mean, you had people complaining about getting rugged for $9 million instantaneously. The market reaction was so violent, heavily because of Binance's failed order book system, that, here's a guy who was like, I thought about taking my own life. I lost $400,000. There's another guy who's like, I lost $9 million basically instantaneously. Worst day of my life financially. And these are people who've got like Binance and BNB in their username on Twitter. These are people who are like super excited about Binance. They love the leverage they could get there. They're super like gung-ho users of this platform who got rugged. And so a lot of folks are pissed. They're going, wait, Binance is now going to give, I think it's up to $300 million in, actually I wrote down my notes on this. Binance is giving some money back in the form of an airdrop, but a lot of people are like, dude, this doesn't even scratch the surface of the damage that was caused. So if you look at the distributions, Binance is going to distribute between $4 and $6,000 in USDC, totaling $300 million, to eligible losers who were liquidated by at least $50, and the liquidations represent at least the 30% loss ratio of the account. Now, what's really interesting about this is $300 million divided by the user base that got liquidated here works out to about $187 of stimulus per one trader, because 1.6 million people lost because of that Binance glitch. That works out to $187 per user, $4,000 to $6,000 range. Worst downturn since the FTX disaster. So a lot of folks are like, this is crazy. It was their fault $19 billion got liquidated, and they're giving a fraction back at the same time as people see this manipulation of potentially new listings as just a way for Binance to profit off of the backs of people. Now, other people say, hey, this is actually just Binance trying to stabilize new listings. And I think they have somewhat of a point there. I think new listings are quite likely to often get rug pulled. So requiring security deposits is probably a smart thing. Not surprising. Now, is it Binance's fault that they ended up leading this, cross-margin liquidation, which is basically where you leverage up your wrapped Ethereum or wrapped Solana positions or your stablecoin positions to get 20 to 30x leverage on Binance? Is it likely that that very leverage system and the failures of the technology platform led to a lot of people lose money? Of course. Which is ironic, because now what a lot of people in the crypto community are doing is they're actually saying, hey, we need a regulated exchange. Which is kind of hilarious, because like the whole point that people got so excited about with crypto was that, oh, it's going to be deregulated. DeFi is great. But this is exactly what happens when you have unregulated broker dealers and exchanges. Now, most of the lawsuits from the SEC against platforms like Binance have been dropped because Trump has gone all in pro crypto. But this is exactly why people are like, bro, like nobody likes the suits, but you want some safeguards at the suits. And this is why investor protections exist, because when people get rugged like this, they're like, yo, where was the government? And it's like, well, you wanted DeFi, even though it's a centralized exchange, obviously. You wanted no regulation. You wanted less regulation. So it's kind of ironic now how many people are like, I'm taking my money out of Binance. I want a regulated platform. It's like, well, yeah. Anyway, so this is now where people are joking like, your funds are not Seifu at Binance, because Binance always says this. Seifu has to do with, their desire to say that funds are backed one-to-one, especially in stablecoin assets. But again, I started this whole segment out with saying you got to be careful of that pitch, because we've never actually seen, at least I haven't, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's out there, don't sue me, bro, this is my opinion here, right? But the reserves in the Seifu fund, they're designed to protect users in emergencies, but like this is not backed, at least that I've seen, by credible audits. So the Seifu Fund, yeah, it exists, but we don't have the actual transparency to say, oh yeah, we're actually good here. It's not like there's SIPC protection that you have that's backed by, or like FDIC protection that's basically backed by Jerome Powell. You don't have those sort of backings. So the fund exists, lacks independent, verified third-party audits, as far as I can tell. They show Binance, like they show wallet addresses, but we don't know what kind of debts are against that, right? So we have to be careful of that as well. Like it's easy to flash around a wallet address, but how many liabilities are against that? So you gotta be really careful with these platforms. They're in a little bit of a poopy doopy. Is Binance going to go bankrupt here or whatever? No, like they'll get through this. They'll be fine. But it's something to pay attention to. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about Hyperliquid. Look, what you have to remember is leverage. Leverage. In this sort of market, if there's anything that I could advocate, and I hate sounding like this because it's like so Dave Ramsey-esque, and I've always been a big fan of like mortgage debt and like secured loans and that. I have never before in my life been of this mindset that this is a great time to do whatever you can, especially at all-time highs, to pay off debt. Do whatever you can to pay off debt, get out of debt, be safe. Because look, I get it. We love that stocks are going up. This morning on the Alpha report, we're like, hey, MP Materials, it's gonna go down. Rejecting off 100. It's done it multiple times before. Look at what's happening, okay? We were at pre-market, we were at like 98.65. It's now at $89. That's like a 9% decline from what we talked about in the Alpha report this morning. My point is, downturns can happen very, 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 very quickly, and you need to be prepared for that. And the best way to be prepared is not losing sleep at night because you're going to get margin called, you're going to get screwed by debt. Understand the debts you have in life. It's not just credit cards, it's not just buy now, pay later, it's not just margin debt, it's all of it together. Household debt and it's taxes that you owe, right? Remember, you got tax bills coming, credit cards, buy now, pay later, utility bills, mortgage bills, rent payments, car bills, car debt, student loan debt, whatever. All that shit is fine when we're at the top of the market. But when we go into a recession, which I pray we don't, but when we do, all that stuff stacks up and it makes for a really crappy decade. Because, I think if we hit a recession, it's going to be a decade of hell to try to actually get people jobs again. That's why I hope we don't. And so that's why I'm a big fan of preparing for that. Anyway, that's my take on what's going on with Binance.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
It's Top Mama Records.
My brother, oh, my Noah, oh, nerekerachi, nerekero, my Noah, Mr. Spice Water. Ogonoko nyingene mehati wo. Nyoke ne pemene ne bongachi. Abongo nyinge membe wo chete. Okinyene nye wo waiti. Mandem kareme peti peti yo. Ne pemene wo bongo ikachewo. Eyambere, erop semere. Peti peti fandume.
It's been said you should have money in your head, not in your heart. I say it should end up in your pocket. So, how do you get yours? The answer is zero commission trades. Now go get yours.
Mano wane se fu e bagamot. Kawe no mense mo yung mekina fandume. Mano yene wafu no amot. Ikawe no wanse mo yung senkina fandume. Yemekina fandume mano. Uwe namti wa joko semenyo. Namti nene na penyo kene pembe pombechi. My matter for their head, oh, like say they know me. Thank God say, man, no be God, therefore don't kill me. They carry my matter for their head, oh, like say they know me. Thank God say, man, no be God, therefore don't kill me. They carry my matter for their head, oh, like say them know me. Thank God say, man, no be God, therefore don't kill me. got to enjoy myself. Oh, now so my mama to tell me, oh. She say, my pikin, enjoy yourself to the fullest. Happiness as you grow old, now so the life is supposed to be. Be kind and respectful to others. Work hard and do your best in everything you do. Take responsibilities for your actions in life and learn from your mistakes. She said to me, Satinoko sati, satinoko sati, satinoko sati. They bury my mother for their head, oh, like say them know me. I'm God say man no be God, therefore don't kill me. They carry my mother for their head, oh, like say them know me. I'm God say man no be God, therefore don't kill me. Carry my matter for their head, oh, like say them know me. I'm gonna say, man, no be God, therefore don't kill me. Kubaya ne wofie no manoa, wakorele bagane epe wa mwero. Okay, pere chemore somori, opere yanga wai more wano. Gewene o manoa o, gewene. Gewene o manoa me o gewene. Gewene o nepe mena chipeti peti family. Carry my mother for the head, like say they know me. Thank God say man no be God, therefore don't kill me. They carry my mother for the head, like say they know me. Thank God say man no be God, therefore don't kill me. They carry my mother for the head, like say they know me. Thank God say man no be God, therefore don't kill me.
Halloween is on Disney Plus.
Something to fear. Join me.
You believe me, won't you?
Halloween on Disney Plus.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid financial market with Forex. Involves trading one currency for another. It's a big daily turnover of $7.5 trillion. Markets are super liquid, ever-changing, and available 24/5. That means one thing: potential trading opportunities. Discover these opportunities with Forex.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. It's very Jay. Welcome to Jay. Hey, Jay. Chat, Tibo. Tibo. Mutambe. Mama Reza. Bateniko. Ayom Gorendek. Kavakaka. What we know? Ekonkai. Ekonga Vasia Kenyongai. Tuka okondaga na teme. Tuka choka mkusende mapianga. Ay, esoria. Mami ya buwa metiso. Mbeya soria tuonewu. Mami ya soria tuonewu. Ay, eyo mabimano. Eyo mabimano wa okondaga na teme. Mami ya soria tuonewu. Never mind. Look at what I'm saying.
fufa nang kabakaka. Neng kiela bamero, ola bamero wamoko abinduma. Beya sorry atonewa, ngora fufa nang kabakaka. Neng kiela imana no ko abinduma wa opere kambande mendemo. Neng kiela imana no ko abinduma wa opere kambande mendemo. Mingase o imero mo bijiva o. Imero mo bijiva o. Mingase o imero mo bijiva o. Okuyamar akanogo.
Yes, Maria, Mami, I'm born making so. May I sorry, I told you. Mami, I'm sorry, I told you. May I be my no. Oh, can't I connect the man? Got a poop and in Kabaka. Mami, sorry, I told you. Oh, that woman. Mango, mango, can't I come in? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. What the cow? What man you?
Give me 5 minutes and I'll show you how you can use video ads to create a marketing flywheel that generates consistent. You see, most businesses are relying on outdated, causes lead costs to go up, call quality to go, consistent results I call the marketing roller coaster. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get off the roller coaster and instead create a video marketing flywheel that generates consistent, high-quality leads and clients for your business. I'm Alrik Heck, founder and CEO of Ad Outreach, and we've helped over 3,000 coaches, consultants, service providers, and high-ticket businesses use what I call the video marketing flywheel to bring in a dependable flow of new clients. We've even used this strategy to scale my own business to 8 figures, landing number 60 on the Inc. 5000 list of the fastest growing companies in America. It all starts with a video ad, but not just any ad.
It's about 10 times better than that. I can make them extremely hungry. After drinking this drink, I can lose about 5 or 6 hours. Absolutely no hunger. Because when I am river, it helps reduce your appetite.
Mano, Tangari, Muna Bongore, Abongore Chini, Chakamana Futamando. Me passe mon gosson ne fou, Aneme Congo, mama. Kwese mongo sonefu, bosonga revere acha. Say I will love you with all my heart. I will love you forever. I promise to give you all you need. Listen, one minute, what the Inspirational Corner Facebook. Mama mia rovagno, fate vicine sayanti, moya samo, ware ya wa, ore manyang ne batanga mwa, ne me ya ronge, ne me ya roya nyaba, umande sofa sofa, masade waka waka. Woman, the sofa, oh, massa de tonto. Banana lumbaka, anyende. Mama, mia rovagno, a fate vicine sayanti, moya samo, ware ya wo, ore manyam never tamamwa, me ya ronne. Mamma mia, beve farò.
You didn't win 21 days straight, and I guarantee you're
You want to repeat this at least 3 times.
Start trading on Webull Canada. Free trades on stocks for 9 count and trade options at just 99 cents per contract. Start your investing journey and receive a cash reward.
Abeda Show.
Motema nange kokyotika kometa kasi kayo wantu eputu malgré bape na imbikaka piloni ya espoir.
Big Master, Kouloutou Bernard de Witt, Montfort.
Olingo ezali sagesse ya bafuka si folie ya basage. Abeda Chou, crois-moi s'il te plaît. Oh, unité de mesure.
Médard Kadima de Boston. Popol Moupassoula, merveille Bopé l'international.
Pasi nangele ki effecté ba wenyonso ba kufa marte ya bolingo. Basangisi makila na bango bano kisa mvula makilele ya nowe. Po ba fidèle ba kota na masuwa ya bolingo ben fidèle ba chola. Peut-être que ko diminuer effectif ya bato bazo kufa na calamité ya bolingo. Bolingo biso nyonso tolelaka ipare toza baesclave. Lelo nandimi ke moto oyo ozoyetola ekoki mpe kotumba yo. Eske yozoyoka bene ite kolela na ngai te abe ashu. Eske yozomwana ngai te kolela na ngai te ashu.
Le roi soleil, ya Nozi Mwamba, ya Mama Eugénie Paluku, ya Albert Mboyo Ekofo.
Ndenge mokili engengaka na soleil moko Abeda Chou. Pourquoi pas motema na yo ebetaka kaka mpona moto moko ngai. Pourquoi tu te poses trop de questions? Aime-moi comme moi je t'aime. On s'en fout de l'âme des autres. Mon amour, tu sais combien je t'aime. Abed passion fali ezandu les passions nanga te bolimo na yo Abeda Chou.
Ya Michel Kabea, ya Sami Mikobi le Strateko, Guigui Palmi la Palmeraie.
Abeda Chou na bando sala nyonso tu. Ouais. Abeda Chou, je ferai tout ce que tu voudras. Mais promets-moi que tu m'épouseras. Je veux alliance, le nom, l'amour. Moi j'ai envie de croire à tes paroles.